the replay or the live on YouTube, and whenever you choose to watch this in your now moment, welcome. The colour on there is a bit weird on the Zoom, so don't worry if it looks a bit blurry. I think for the replay on the YouTube, unlisted, private YouTube, it's all good. So, welcome and thank you for joining me. Thank you for booking to this Qigong taster. So the idea of this is I do a little bit of, touch on a little bit, we do some basic Qigongs in case you've never ever done any Qigong before. It's important for you to know that I do Qigong slightly differently. There are 300 forms of Qigong, different types, so there's all the different heritage. I blend a lot of those. I also blend in my own, what I call love language. In Qigong we have sound, we work with the meridians and TCM or traditional Chinese medicine, or the what we call the ley lines of the body, the meridians and the dragon lines. Then we can work with colours, but I use a lot of visualization and meditation and bring in all the modalities that I know myself. Most important thing for you to know though is this is about you, taking time for you, taking time for you to connect to you. So I'll give you alternatives, and I will mention like this is something you can do. But one of the great things about Qigong is it's a thing that you can put next to and alongside of other things. So it's list, which is low steady state. So like hit, high, hang on, I'll rephrase that, my words are HIIT sessions are high intensity interval training. A list, low steady state, are about like the high intervals you're doing it really quick and really getting the most out of a bit like Tabata. When it comes to, and I'm referring to the exercise part of this, the list part, this is about incrementation. So when you do your stretches after, it's the stretching part, it's the doing things over time and building and working in incrementally with your body, moving it regularly, so we're getting the flow of the joints, the flow of the lymphatic system, the neural lymphatic system through our body, these ley lines that are on the physical version of that, and also taking time to connect with the breath. So I am a breathwork coach as well, but we're going to be doing kind of a combined and trying to fit into this 30 minutes, 40 minutes, so that you've got an idea, or that you've got as this part we get past my intro, of what we would do each week on a Monday session if you choose to join me. Again, the same with this, you could have come in person if someone had booked to come in person, although the tasters, I think I've done them as a Zoom. And actually, the reason I'm slightly going live later than I had initially planned is because it started to rain. So whilst I'm building a structure in the garden for people to actually come to me, I've been going to the local park. So if you're local to Maidstone and you want to come along and join, you can book. The first session is free, and then after that, let me put my hair up here. Yes. After that, then we can book sessions. You can book 6 sessions for the price of 5 and things like that. It is donation based as well for this session. It's entirely up to you whether you want to donate or not. It's no obligation, and always the first session when you come along, even with the paid ones, is free for you to get to, like, because it takes time to know whether you like stuff. And each session is different, so I do recommend you do like a 6, I think it's £25. Is it £25? Yeah, for 6. And then you get an idea of, because we work through the seasons, and as I channel, you might be familiar with what channeling. I'm not a trance channeler, but I will weave intention setting through, so goal setting if you like, if a permission slip for that. You don't have to be esoteric. It's just take what resonates about the class and works for you, and what doesn't you can discount. Anyway, enough talking, this because this was the first taster session. I wanted to give a little bit of an intro so people can have this and try this and then go, oh, actually I quite like that, I'd like to do the sessions. Anyway, hip width apart. This is what we call Ouija pose. So your hip width, nice bent knees, so you can see, you can stand just gently, gently, so you can see, feel your posture, your feet are flat on the ground, nice and balanced, and you feel your centre of gravity. So even when we're standing in Qigong, we're never just standing, we're aware of our posture, so that shoulders go back and down, and we come nice, slight bent knees. We activate a little bit on the thighs, we feel and engage in the hips, then we're aligning them. And if you put your hands on your hips for me in what I call Wonder Woman pose, I think it's easier to feel because you can feel where your shoulders are at, and then you move from there and just move them down, elbows just inside and hands here. This is our resting pose. So we go back after each of the poses that we may do or flows into this nice pose. I'm going to start gently. So if you're doing this from a seated position, you can still be aware of your posture, how your feet are bent. So, and you're sitting and your posture, a nice straight spine up. So you can still, cleansing breath. Take the hands up. And as we get to this position here, the heart, this is an open heart, thumbs are up. We're lifting the hands so the palms then become thumbs going together. They don't touch. Oh, you can see me on YouTube. You can't quite see me on the Zoom. Sorry, guys. So your hands are like this, above your head. Inhale, exhale. Slowly as you exhale, but not through the mouth, through the nose. You lower slowly down. The hands go like you're going vertebrae by vertebrae, ever so slowly. This is cleansing breath. Let's get connected to the now moment. We set an intention for our session. We're open and receptive to the highest aspect of humanity, bringing that down, visualizing as your hands coming down, they're coming down a beautiful, like you can have a little pipe that you're tracing down that's glass, and in that glass pipe this beautiful light flowing down. And again, inhale, open and receptive to the highest aspect, listening to my body, feel it, the highest information, whatever needs to come to me, flows to me, coming down. A little bit of Karen Drucker. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. You can say, you don't have to say Spirit. I like to say universe, but the actual words from the song are from Karen Drucker. And then keep the hands above the head, linking them together. I'll step back and you see me a little bit better. I'm going to lift up now. If you have any shoulder problems and you just want to, and here's more comfortable, we're going to be stretching up either side. So you might just want to lean as if you're sleeping, if you can't raise your hands above your head. And just so listen to your body. Inhale at the top, exhale over, inhale up. This time exhale through the mouth. Exhale, like you're blowing out candles. Inhale, exhale, inhale. And as you exhale now, the arms float down the sides and get to, so we're going to give them a nice little feel those muscles. Gentle rotation back, gentle rotation forwards, and then let them slide down. This time we're going to take one hand up. This is called centering, and then we're going to bring, the thumb is going to be guiding us. The fingers are pointing up, we bring the hand down, it gets to the top of the head, and you have like the side of the hand, comes down over the nose with the thumb, down over the chin, continues down till we get to here, it tilts, meets up, makes a little triangle here. So as that one comes down, the other one goes up and does the same. This is a great Qigong move to do in late afternoon when you feel like you need to refocus. So you get that little dip, you want to center back. So inhale up, exhale with the nostrils down, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now I've started gentle. We're going to start with a gentle movement with our hands flowing in and out, making little figures of 8s. And just making those figure of 8s rolling like a kundalini helix up and down the body around us. Just getting some movement in the arms. But when we move our arms, when we move certain parts of the body, it massages certain internal organs, it works through meridians. This figure of 8 pattern is like an energy. It's moving through your field, hands coming down, and roll the shoulders. And as we get warmed up, we're going to warm up the joints and forward, rotating the hands, wrists, and the elbows. If you can start by just a little crossing, swapping one hand on top. Whatever was on top last time, the one on the bottom goes on top. And just shoulder rotation. So I myself have a rotational cuff injury here, and so I know it can be very painful for some people to even just lift. But if you can do more, you can either stick with this or rotate round and really get some speed in. But listen to your body. And forward. Like your butterfly stroke in swimming. Hand shake it out, and then we're going to just move. Or some energy workers call this cooling down the venom. Don't even in particular. I actually learnt this from Jack Canfield. Now this is another one that's great to do in the afternoon when you need a little bit of energy boost. So this is level 1 here, just with the arms. You can do this, and obviously you can do this seated. You can do this gently standing if you don't need to put too much pressure on the legs, or if you have any knee problems. I'm going to take it up a notch for those that can do more. You swing through to the back like a pendulum, and full body. Get the blood pumping around. Keep them at the top, or here, wherever you were, and then slowly lower them to level with the shoulders, and then gently take them round to the back. And you have your shape from here. We're going to push down, stretch, and then we're going to lift up like this, which activates this little acupressure point for our immunity on our back, which is really cool to do, and also feel really good if you're stretching, if you've been doing lots of exercises. So We start by deep breath in and stretch down. Push the shoulder blades together, whichever's comfortable. So if you can't do that, just stretch a little bit, listen to the body, feel the tension there. I didn't get any emails to say people had problems, so I'm going to move forward on, I'm giving alternatives for later dates, but in case there's anyone that joins or watches that does have issues. Okay, and then from here, in 10-second breaths, we're going to lift up. We're going to go 1, 2, like this, for 10 seconds with the breath. Ready? Take a nice deep breath in. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold if you can for a moment. And release. We're going to do that 2 more times. Ready? Nice deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. And release. 1 more time. Nice deep breath in. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And hold 3 seconds. And release. And then slowly releasing the shoulders. You get our immune or our Wei Qi energy working, they call it. We're going to do that another way as well with some tapping and some slapping. My friend always says, oh, the Qigong, isn't that where you're slapping yourself? It always makes me smile. So rub the hands together, get the energy flowing. If you're another one to do, if you're feeling a bit sluggish, before we start, bring the hands here, and in the centre of the palm of your hand is our Lao Guan point. And we can gently massage this point. And we're going to breathe in and breathe out. So while you're breathing in, massage. Little circular motions. And then hold when you release that breath. And do both sides again. And again, it's really pouring now. Glad we relocated. So we definitely need a canopy up there. Okay, so we've opened this one here, this point. We're going to shake any excess, and we're going to do some tapping. So we come down the inside, up the outside, down the inside, up the outside. We go down the sides, up the inside, down the back, and up the front. Okay, we're gently going to tap. So we cup, and it sounds loud. I'm going to linger up here at the elbow. Any of the points where things can get stuck. Come up the outside, linger at the elbow, and then we go up to the back. Nice, like you're patting yourself on the back for taking some time for you and moving that body, coming across the lung points. Nice knocking here, and breathe. Take the other hand, and nice tapping, patting the back. Where you felt the weight of the world, feel like you're releasing yourself, you've done what you needed to. Moving across, again, knocking here on these sides can be a bit tender, and we're going to, these are long points, and you can peck as well, which is where you put your hands like this, or you can just keep it as a gentle knock. If it feels a little bit tender, but it shouldn't hurt, so you can kind of feel it, because there are points there that are on the physical, that you're, and then come down the inside of the other one, lingering at the inside of the arm. So this one here is one that we would do every day. It's a really good one to help. And again, go down and come across. We're going to rotate like this. Down, 1, 2, 3, 4, loop, twice, thrice, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, over and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Coming down, just gently knocking on the hips. Do a little bit more, and going quite quickly. You can go slower if you need to. You can almost, I'd sound a bit weird, but you can slow down if you're watching on the replay if you need to. Coming down the sides, gently patting down the gallbladder. Again, these are very good to do in the morning. Help the digestive system, go around the feet. And if you're sitting, let's see if I've got the chair, I had a chair up. You do the same, you lean down and you bend over and you tap round. And up the inside, and again down the sides. Around the back and up the top. These here are our adrenals. Think of this as your coffee shot. I can smell coffee. My husband has just poured his coffee. Just knocking gently here in the afternoon. This is all you need. You don't need coffee or any stimulants. This is to stimulate your energy here. We'll do the same thing. Come down the bottom and then down the back. Linger at the knees. You can bend the knees if you need to. And if you're sitting, if you just sit forward a little bit so you can kind of tap, it might be easier to do it with one hand like this, or to put a leg up if you have issues with standing, obviously holding things. Adapt with your body, with what your body needs to do them. Nice and simple. And obviously keep patting, go down. And then come up from the big toe. We're going to go back down again because I was chatting. And then come up, trace up from the big toe, between the big toe, gently patting till you get to here. And as I said, the gallbladder, we're going to do this one because this is really good for detoxification. Summer months you might have been indulging, you might have been out drinking if you drink alcohol. I haven't got, it's easier if I've got something to step on, but I don't want to shake the thing, so I'll hold. It's a hold and balance. She says, hang on. Good job I've been doing the challenge I've been doing for the squats for cancer. I think I've strengthened these. So we're going to knock here, 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 here. 1, 2, 3. Obviously you do this, you can do this seated. You can put, if you've got a little puffy or something, or a little block, a yoga block, just lift. It's just so you can reach like this. I don't want it to shake the camera. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And do the other side. And up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right, did I do 30? I'm going to do it. 21, 22, 23, 4, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 30. So what we're doing, and my hand is a whole lot bigger than the size of a needle. So the acupuncturist, when they puncture, or pressurist, would be really exact in where they're putting. But by doing your fist, you're gathing. So it may not be that you're in the exact point, but you're in the region. It's going to have an effect. This is linked to the gallbladder. It's linked to the digestion. So it's helping you with detoxifying and getting rid of any toxins in the body that you may have come into contact with, pollutants out there. That's what the gallbladder helps with. Right, we're going to do one that I think that everybody should know how to do this. So this is called shaking the tree. So we're going to start with our hands. Shaking the tree stimulates like the animals do. So they start to bounce. The heels just come off the ground and the knees are nice and bent. So we gently, yeah? So gently shaking the body. Now you can shake it more if you need to. You can there's therapies that are based on this, that are laying down. I can't remember the name of it, or in shaking, because it helps reset trauma that's trapped in the cellular memory of the body. But what we're doing is resetting the nervous system. And then if you give it a little twist, at the same time, when you're rotating through here, in your core, this whole area, your liver, your kidneys, your spleen, your low intestines, the large intestines, small intestines, all around here, all of these internal organs are getting a gentle massage. We're also rotating the spine and working with the spinal fluid. And at the same time, if we're doing this shaking, we're working with resetting the nervous system. So why would we want to reset our nervous system? If we are in fight or flight, we're feeling fear, anger, all of those lower emotions that we associate with being anxious or stressed or anxiety, that means your nervous system is activated. You're in that fight or freeze. So we want your body to feel it's safe, it's okay, there's no saber-toothed tiger behind you. That's what it comes from. It's evolved over thousands of years to keep us alive, linked to our ego, because we want to be alive. So that's what the fear is about. And so this works with emotional things as well as the physical, because it's about keeping us safe. It doesn't want us to be in conflict. It doesn't want us to be in scary situations that might feel like death. Now, the brain doesn't, because it's obviously from that old part of the reptilian part of the brain, doesn't want or distinguish between actually you being in a situation where you've got maybe something's going to catch fire and you're going to get out, and it's like, or a saber-toothed tiger that's there by the watering hole. Every time you go back to that watering hole, there might be a tiger you're wary. It's the same thing if there's been conflict, there's been experience. So our brain naturally resets as a mammal to kind of think of the worst, because it kind of to keep us alive. That's natural, it's healthy, but we've evolved it. So if you do it for 3 minutes, just bear with the nervous system will reset. So then you can start to make conscious, evolved decisions that are not from fear and anger and sadness, when we're not quite, or people say we're not in the right mind, they're highly emotional situations, all of that, this helps. So you see this on with a gazelle and a lion. If it's been attacked, it gets away and it gets up, it shakes. It's like it's restarting that connection. And again, so it may seem a really simple thing. It is a really simple thing. It's a really simple tool. It's called shaking the tree. It's a Qigong thing, and obviously you can, well, there's variations. Like I've added the twisting. If you add the arms as well and shake from here, then you're working with the flow of the lymphatic system as well. So, and you can do that for longer. We're not going to do that today. I just wanted you to feel the difference. So I should have got you to do a, how are you feeling between 1 and 10, and how are you feeling now? But let's gauge your feelings now. Just let your hands go back into our basic stance, our Ouija pose. The blood with the movement and the kinetic energy we've been moving around might have gotten a little bit warmer, but feel into your body. This is what I like to teach people, connect to them. It's not about you following me or doing what I say. It's about you listening to what's right for you and your body, and that's individual. It's different for everyone. We're all on different levels. We're all working with what we got, and even on different days, depending on what kind of day we've had, what kind of morning we're having or an evening, will vary. It also depends on your emotional state from things going on around you, but also hormonally, what you're eating, your diet will affect this. So tune in, feel, be present, witness what's coming up for you. If some of the things I'm saying are triggering you, ask yourself why. Listen to the internal dialogue and be aware of it, that dialogue is not you. It's this, like a radio station. But until we switch off from the outside and go inside, it takes time for us to realize that voice, even that, you're not that, you're the observer of that. And as we move into, we've done a really basic little bit of movement and Qigong, and I'd like to take you into a little bit of a guided meditation state, but we're going to do it in a standing pose. You can be seated if you're more comfortable. And we're just going to move the body just from side to side to get where it is for the moment. Okay, before we move into that meditation. So swaying from side to side, moving the hips. You can do that with a little step. Moving the hands. This is really good for, and you take that so it goes behind you. Actually doing this 100 times will help if you're worried about weight loss. I'm not so much, but you gently get the body moving if you've not been used to exercise. Qigong's great for that. Or if you've done loads of exercise to go with it, or you can increase it doing longer poses and more poses, but it gets the whole body going. So for those that need that, we'll throw this in for a little bit. And then take that into sway, and then just moving the hands and gently lunging in a circular side. We're moving. You can lift if you need to, lift up on the heel. The hands are going across the surface of the water. Excuse the kitten. Going across. And I want you to think about where in your life do you want to smooth things out. Think about smoothing the flow, make it easier for you to do what you need to do. Yes, Lucy. Come on, get down. Over here. Come on. Come on. What do you need to smooth? She wants to play. She wants my attention. My new baby in our household. And Flo, and you can take this low if you want to get a little bit more of an exercise in. Moving down into horse stance, so the hips are wider, and then swaying. You listen to what your body needs. And then coming up, coming in, the feet back into Ouija, and again in those figure of 8. And spend a little bit of a moment now, feeling in, move your body, not following me, but feeling into what you want to do with your body. Let go of the need of thinking, oh, I feel a bit silly. And just so if you want to move around, you want like a dance, if you like, but flow. I'll show you some little moves and you can play around. We're rolling, and you're going to roll up. Energy from the sky, feel those clouds and the airy air, and bringing it down. When you bend the knees if you need to, rolling down. Maybe you scoop up and scoop to the heart, holding at the heart, and then lifting, call it Buddha to the sky, above and stretching. And lift one hand, stays there, the other one then comes down and reaches down. And this is called heaven and earth. And then you bring the hands and palms together in prayer position at the heart. Inhale, and then you swap sides and stretch. And obviously if you can only get to there, that's fine. Just lean and listen to the body. Hence what's right for you. And again. Coming to the heart. And then we're going to come from here. If you then, whatever you're doing, bring the hands together in what we call prayer mudra. But we're not going to stay there. We're going to rotate the wrist as if you're holding either wrist like this. And then we go up to touch the elbows. Touch the shoulders, go back to the elbows, back to the wrists, twist, and then do the other side. Touch the elbows and underneath, and then drop it down to it's to what we call this from the havening technique, hugging the self. And think to yourself, we want to releasing the hormone in the serotonin to that feel-good hormone, releasing in the endorphins, the cuddle hormone that we get from breastfeeding, from being with our mum when we're feeding and holding the baby, when we're hugging our loved ones. And if you do this for 6 seconds, you release that. And while you're doing it, I want you to feel, just tap, feel proud of you, because some resistance might be coming up. There might be some doubts. A lot of people, the heart of everything is not feeling like we're good enough. Just saying, you've done this, you've got this. And then if you want to release them down, and we take, so you've got like a monkey, and continue that tapping with this side swaying. Again, we're working with our resistant forms. Releasing tension in the body, but at the same time, because we're moving, we've flowed through the energy systems, we've worked through, and again those tapping acupressure points that we use in Qigong. And then just shake, hands off. You're going to go to the belly. And we're just going to tap here as well. Mine's all I've been eating. My body's been telling me no wheat, so I'm letting go of my pattern of having all these lovely processed vegan things that my body just doesn't like. So tapping these points is like I'm patting my intestines, my digestion on the back, and going, thanks for processing this, body, thank you. But at the same time, when we're patting, we're tapping, like we were tapping, bringing the Wei Qi, and that brings like the blood surface to the surface, our protected Qi, our immune system activating. The same thing for our gut and our gut biology by doing these pats. And then we're going to go to the really silly one, the one I recommend doing after eating a big meal. Just bend the knees and just patting the stomach. You can, again, if you do that for 3 minutes, but we're going to hold the stomach here, linking the fingers, and just breathe in and pull up and exhale and release. Allow the hands to come down to the sides, just feeling, you may feel tingling if you've never worked with energy before. When you've got the kinetic energy flowing of the body, you feel that like almost like a tingling sensation. And we're going to visualize now, something we do often in Qigong, and I certainly do in our meditations, and like pulsing the hands together like you're pulling taffy. You could be thinking in the movement of the hands, but we're pulsing, and I want you to imagine between your hands is a tiny little ball of light, and it's getting bigger as you pulse. And at the same time you're visualizing that little ball here, you visualize, see the speaker that's in the ceiling above my head. Look, if I put, there's a little ball like that speaker that's in the ceiling above your head, maybe a bit lower, about level where the certainly on the YouTube you can't really see it actually on the Zoom, so about that much above your head, yeah, so about level with the ceiling. If you're watching the replay, a ball, and these balls we're going to link them. So again, with the swaying side to side, and as you do so, rotate slightly. Don't go all over the toes, so don't think about it too much really, but you're actually just opening up the groin area and the lymph nodes here as well at the same time. We're doubling up on what we're doing, but we're not thinking about that. We're thinking about the ball that we're working here, that ball above, and these are the two different spins of our, what we call our Merkaba bar in sacred geometry and energy systems. So pulsing, but I want you to just visualize and breathe. So don't worry too much about that. Connect with what's right for you. So the pulsing, and then allow the hands to come up to the heart, and we're going right, left, and the diagonal, and side, up, down, up, down. If you get too confused, and obviously if you're seating, you'll be just doing this and visualizing in your mind the movement of your hips. You can be lifting up on the toe like this as well from seated, and that ball, we're going to take the feet in, and then we're going to bring hands to stillness and lift that ball up to the throat. And this is our, where we put our hands when we feel like we want to speak our truth but we're fearful. Remember, we're moving out of that fight or flight nervous system. Breathe and lift those balls up together, connecting, and then we're going to lower it, so that one, we're linking that beautiful energy flowing up from you, going up, and it goes up, and visualize it going up to the sun, relaying from the sun to central sun, to the center of the galaxy, to connect with the part of you that's more than, that's in the highest aspect of you, that as that we call more than, divine, whatever you call it in your own belief system, but letting go of that a little bit, just this beautiful visualization. And then is what I want you to hold, and then you're holding a beach ball, arms might be burning a little bit. Take a breath in and exhale, and we bring the ball down, and as we bring the ball down, we bring the hands down. We're going to do like a water wheel. That ball expands and expands around us like a bubble. And then our hands, we're going to do like a choo-choo train, like you might do on those, like kids might do. But we're rotating the arms in the wheel, in the movements of the lines and the meridians here. But thinking about this huge ball expanding and the bubble. And I call this your love bubble. So to do this with the kids, it's a really lovely thing if you've got children to do on the way to school, or to do for yourself at the beginning of your day. You can just think it in your mind. You don't need to be physically doing it. Although if you're adding it to your movement practice, and just going, what am I going to put in my bubble today? So bringing the hands down into what we call mountain pose. So Ouija pose again, feet nice and bent slightly, hands come down, rooting down. We make a triangle. So the top of the pyramid is our head. It comes down the arms, roots down, fingers are spread, down into the ground. At the same time, nice tip, pelvis tip forward, the bottom of the spine rooting down like a tree. At the same time, this is a mountain though, because it is grounding. Like, think of a mountain, has that presence about it, but it's it's in the clouds, it's in awareness. At the same time, it sees from higher perspective. You've got the view up there, right at the top of the mountain. You can see right down, but it's also connected to the earth. And at the core of a lot of them, there's shifting tectonics, there's that tension happening, possibly for this shift for them to lift up. And I want you to feel that about your life. Bring to mind any tensions in your life being lifted up with this flow to create this mountain presence of you being grounded, centered, connected to the divine aspect of you, or the peace and serenity that is you. And when you feel a little bit like that, I want you then to loop your thumb and your forefinger together. Place one hand on the head, the other hand on the belly. Breathe in, exhale, swap them. Bring the other hand that's on the head down to the belly, and we're going to zip up from here. We take up with us as we slowly bring the hand up the central column from the belly up to the forehead in a moment. I want you to zip with it, your anchored, grounded connection. Feel the hands coming up as it comes to the heart, connected with heart-centered awareness at the throat. So we speak loving truth, centered in third eye wisdom, wisdom that we see with clarity, without judgment, through the eyes of love, understanding, and up and above the head. Make a little triangle, thumb and forefinger together, through the wisdom and connection of that which is the divine, the world, the universe, God, source, goddess, whatever you call it, or purely from higher perspective. Allow the hands to gently float down, palms facing up this time, in a Treeheart man position. I like to think of this as open and receptive to the highest aspect of myself, my most authentic self. I'm bringing that into my heart, taking it with my day. Step in, bringing your hands together, making a fist. May all the contrast in my love be wrapped in this higher awareness and wisdom and knowledge. May my body flow with this beautiful energy throughout my day, with the highest attention as well. Flow beautifully, working, guided with and by my most highest self and trajectory of this planet and for this planet. Thank you. Love and blessings. Thank you for joining me. I'm Theresa Janday, Treeheart Art Design Authentic. I hope you've enjoyed this session. We've run a little bit over. Apologies. But that was the 10-minute intro. So I shall leave this up for people to do as a taster. If you want to join me in the mornings, you can book. I'm going to be putting the sessions up on Eventbrite for you to book if you want to. And you can become, if you go to my social media, there's loads of links to my membership, which you get the best kind of deals really, because they get everything on there. So you help keep supporting me, all the free stuff. If you can't, and I know that's it. Lots of people, I was that person. So I have created a huge library with over 200 meditation videos. There are videos on my channel with Qigong, and we will have every Monday, there's a meditation Monday, unless it's like a bank holiday or something, but all the card readings and channeling. And this is what we normally finish with, and I will do, so we will run over today. Apologies. I'll just do a quick, let's just come down here to finish our session. Let's pull a card to finish. So what do we need to know to share for this taster session for those that come in the now moment, of those that have booked? For the energy of this, of what people are asking. The top one. What have we got there? It's in reverse on both of them. Accepting what is. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. Right, come here. On cuddles. Come on, they don't want to see your bottom. Yeah, I know. Accepting and embracing the inner majesty. That's what we're all about on our channel and on class, is about you stepping into your sovereignty, you working with your energy, you utilising and me utilising, I know, you want cuddles, I'll take you, yes, our understanding, our wisdom, and connecting to that inner wisdom. Gosh, my hair, that rain out there. Come on, all right. You want to say hello? My baby girl, one of my 8. There we go, we've got Mummy's attention. She's like, you're on this? No, come here. Come here, come here. Good. That's it, you lay over there. They can't see me. Okay, so the meditation. Yeah, I know. See, the world is calling me back as well. I'm going to have to just take this. Accept who you are. Know that you are enough. This beautiful blue energy that we have coming through at the moment, you'll notice I talk about different colours and the frequency of those colours. So this is a blue rose. This is about communication skills. And communication isn't just words, it's energy, it's the movement of that energy, it's telepathy and understanding. So a lot of what I am sharing and what's coming through is on that note. So if you think that this is something you would interest you, then I invite you to join me and come along to our classes and try them out. If you like it, stay. If you don't, it's good, all good. Not everyone, it's not for everyone. I know that, I'm not for everyone. But love and blessings, and I hope that what I have shared with you is helpful. Let me know in the comments if it has been. Thanks for your time. Ooh. We'll end that meeting. And we'll end here. I'm going to take the phone because she's going to keep coming. She wants cuddles. And love and blessings for your day. And thank you for your time.